on how to create the silhouette apple and then also compiling all of your apples into a poster. So you're going to open up your traced apple that you created. You should have saved the Gravit file. If you did not, you will have to retrace your apple. So once you are on this pointer tool, you should still see each of your pieces. So that's important. So we are actually going to compile all of our apples into a poster like this. So we'll start with that part. So go ahead and go File, New Design. So you have your original apple open, but then we're going to create an 8 by 10. And then this will be inches, and go ahead and click Create. We'll change the DPI to 200. And then all we're going to do is we're going to paste this into there. So the easiest way to do this is if you click off of the apple, click and drag and highlight, and you can see that all of these layers are now highlighted. And we're going to do Command C, Command V, or if you have a PC, Control. And then we're going to go over to our new document here, and we're going to paste that in. Now we're going to make this a little bit smaller. I don't care about your arrangement as long as it's labeled, you have all the content. So I'm going to hold down Shift, make this just a little bit smaller, maybe not as small as the example I showed you. And then the next step we're going to do, because this is a poster, we don't need to edit the actual apple anymore. We're going to combine all of these layers together just to make it easier. So this little icon right here, go ahead and click that, and that is to group everything together. So now we can see that's a group. And if it makes it easier, I believe you can rename this. So you can rename it Apple Trace. Okay, so now I can move it as a unit, make it bigger without having to highlight all of the pieces. Now we're going to label this. So this was our apple trace. So we're going to use the text tool here. And we're going to click and drag and apple trace. Now if you want to get all technical, I like to have it centered, and then you can mess with the fonts. I don't care what font you use, it doesn't matter. You can even change the color of the font. But just for the sake of the video, I'm going to go kind of fast here. So I got my apple trace there, we're good. Now we're going to do this silhouette apple. So I'm going to show you how to do that. We're actually going to make a copy of this, and I will go ahead and make this just a little bit smaller. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and Command C, Command V on this same document, and I will drag this over. So I've got two apples here. So this is just our working document. Now what I'm going to do, this one's really quite simple. All I'm going to do is highlight these all, and then the fill color, currently we have no fill color. We're just going to choose black. And then that's our silhouette. That's it. If you want to group it now, you can. So then when we're going to copy and paste this over to the final, so Command C, then I'm going to go over to the final here, Command V, and line that up. I'm going to try to make it about the same size as that other apple. It's okay if it's not perfect. Might be a little bit bigger. Line that up. And then I am going to add, we're going to call this silhouette. You can call it silhouette apple. And that's it. So you're going to create those two. And then make sure, as this working document, make sure you save this. So save this again. You should already have it saved as a Gravit. So to save it as a Gravit design, which is kind of like a PSD, you're going to click Save. And then you also, for the final, whoops, don't want to do that. The final over here, you're going to save this as a Gravit design as well. And then for Google Classroom, so that I can see your progress, you can go ahead and screenshot this, or you can export this as a PNG. This is obviously an in-progress piece that you're going to turn in. So screenshot it or export as a PNG, and then you're going to turn it into Google Classroom.